Hey guys, and welcome back to another Deepwoken video. So today I'm going to be doing what your attunement says about you. Keep in mind this is a joke and my own opinion. If you use Flame Charm and you're actually good at the game, you most likely use a common mantra that a lot of people that have like high elo and chime, they use Fireblade, maybe even Burning Servants, and they don't just use freestyle mantras. All the new mantras are pretty brain dead, like Flame Ballista, Relentless, and Flaming Scourge. There's no, it doesn't matter if you use it, you can, but it's like a lot of noobs that use Flame Charm, they rely on these mantras. Yeah, they pretty much just go on a mage build on mantra spam. Also, if you use Flame Charm but don't use Ash Slam, you're weird. Now the different Azure path and the Twisted Wraith path with Shadow is cool and all to use, but if you use the Lava Eruption path for PvP, then you've really just enjoyed ragdolling people and just diminishing the health bar in like the most no-skill combo ever. But basically said, you're either goated or you're either a brainless spammer. Overall, I rate Flame Charm an 8 out of 10. Now for more balanced attunement, Thundercall. If you use Thundercall, you're either two types of people. You're either a guy who enjoys to stun his opponent with a normal Thundercall path, and use the domain, the Stormblade's modified, and you go like Lightning Stream and they just can't run away, and you just start, doing heavy damage on them, and the stuns can be so bad that they can just not run away. But it does depend a lot of skill with this achievement, because a lot of Thundercall mantras are fast, like the Rising Thunder, and a mobility one that's like Lightning Assault. It does require speed and fast reflexes, so yeah, that Thundercall has really good talents with it. I think Thundercall is pretty balanced, to be honest. Honestly, not brain dead, and I think you guys know how fun it is to troll people with like Spark Swap, and the range Spark Swap has is crazy, so Thundercall is honestly a high tier attunement. If you guys actually hate Thundercall, then you've just never used it, because it is fun to use. I would rate Thundercall a 9 out of 10. Before we talk about Galebreathe, I think it's important to tell Archmage to stop nerfing it every update and every chance that he gets, because my old curved build was really gutted. I had to remake it. And generally, if you use Gale, you're two types of players. You're either a normal Suffocation one or you're a Spectre player. And honestly, if we talk about Suffocation, if you've got the right talents, you're basically the type of player to not give your opponent a chance to fight back. Like, you'd be like, fight back, press F, but they just would not be able to because of how much Suffocation you're implementing. But this does depend on skill, so if you're not all that skilled, you won't be able to like infinite stun them and stuff. But yeah, Gale is either goated or just really fun in general, because the mobility it has as well is definitely a big dub, because I love using Gale for that reason, to be honest. But yeah, if you use Spectre, then that's just extra speed for you. So now you can get mobility and you can, be a lot faster when you fight, which is, in exchange for Suffocation, that's not a bad deal at all. I would rate Galebreathe probably like a 7 out of 10. If you use Shadowcast, then you're somewhat decent at the game. You've played the game enough to unlock Shadowcast from the depths, and you're genuinely good. A lot of Shadowcast players like to use Shadowgun because it is arguably one of the best moves in the game. And well, for Shadowcast anyways, because there's two variants you can go, the block breaking or the bleach reference of the multiple bullet one. But honestly, really, when I see people, record themselves playing Chime with Shadow, I never really see a bad Shadow player. So I feel like, again, you're either good or you're bad with it. Like, Shadow isn't really for everyone. And Shadow Twisted Paths with Flame is honestly pretty damn good, which, if you make someone slower with your Shadow talents and you just burn them, it goes pretty crazy together. And I think using Crypt with Shadow, honestly, is probably one of the best options, because Crypt Critical plus Shadow Mantras is like an infinite stun. You can't really move if done properly. Let's also not forget how much damage Eclipse Kick used to do, and how much they've had to nerf it every single update, but it did get an increased wind up, so Eclipse Kick is a lot more balanced than it used to be. But that's Freestyle Mantra, it's the best Freestyle Mantra for Shadow, but a lot of people still prefer Shadow Gun as like the favorite Shadow Mantra. But if you were to like use Contractor and then you were to counter your opponent with a Contractor mantra and then use Eclipse Kick, that is pretty broken, honestly. They can't do anything about it but lose 2 bars of their health. And personally, Shadowcast is not my favorite, but I do really like it. So I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. But I know a lot of players, like Shadowcast and are definitely better with it than me. So if you guys see it as a 10 out of 10, that is valid because it is a good attunement. It's just not really for me. If you use Iron Sink, Caltrops is your best friend because the posture breaking it does, even for, boss fights and everything, is crazy. The damage, everything about it is just amazing. And let's not forget how Iron Hug is also so good for PvP. You've got Iron Slam, which is like a crazy posture break. You've got the firing line modified. Literally everything about this attunement is explosive. And it's got, Metal Ball is good for a bit of mobility. And it's just really good in general. This is one of my favorite attunements, if not my favorite, I don't really know. But I haven't really kind of brain dead build with it because it's just too fun to use. But yeah, a lot of people love abusing this. You see a freshie, you want to say, oh, can I test? Just to do all the health bar and just go crazy on them. And yeah, going Scrap Singer on this is a really good choice because if you do go Jailer path, then you can stun your enemy for a bit, which is hella good for PvP. I definitely recommend people to try this achievement if you haven't already. It is kind of hard to unlock, but it's really worth it. I would honestly rate it a 10 out of 10. But that's just me. Now, this is gonna make some people mad, but if you use Frost Roll, then I don't know, you're probably a really boring person. I mean, a lot of people that I see use Frost Roll is spear people, with detonation, because I know that goes crazy, but everything else with Frost Roll I just don't like using. Me personally, it's just not for me. I had a spear build with Frost Roll and I hated it so much that I was actually happy that I wiped for once. I did not care. Out of any build, it was Frost Roll, I wiped, I just did not care. But yeah, don't come at me if Frost Roll is your favorite. It's just definitely 100% not for me. I do not like using this. I couldn't even rate this fairly because I'm just so biased and hating it. But yeah, most people that use it are really skilled, I can't lie. Most people that use it are really skilled. But it's such a bland attunement. The mantras, bro, they've had to add some, but I still just don't like them. A lot of the mantras they add are just so mid. I literally only used Frost Roll for PvE, and as you guys can see in this clip, I've only had Frost Roll to get Permafrost Prison for Shadow, the hybrid mantra. Save the yapping, it's mid. I rate Frost Roll a 6 out of 10. Anyways though, if you guys did enjoy this, like and sub, comment if you guys disagree with my opinions. I'm expecting to see a lot of people that like Frost Roll tell me that I'm maybe boosted for not being able to use it, just because I don't like it personally. But it's okay, say your opinion, and I'll see you guys next time.